Alrighty, we are gonna get right into this stream. Today we are trying to build some enemy AI. It's pretty much as simple as that. We're gonna be watching this this YouTube video and following along with it in order to, you know, learn how exactly to do this. The Grok AI that I've been using has totally been failing me so hard. Like, seriously, so hard. And Sarah, who has been a huge help to us, has suggested that we use YouTube tutorials to kind of figure out how to do things. And I think I was resistant to it, mainly because I guess I just didn't want to put in the work of learning actual things. But you know what? Learning actual things is the fastest way to accomplish what we want, which is learning how to create amazing games. So let's go ahead and do that now.
And create a character.
All right, this has
because we
music.
wanted to have the ability to move, and it will already have a.
Okay, so
what we are going to do is go ahead and create the enemy blueprint. So
create the enemy blueprint.
let's go to blueprints.
We're gonna go. So keep in mind, what we're about to do right here isn't even gonna go into the game. What we're about to do here literally isn't even gonna go in the game. All right. This is just gonna be us, like, learning how to, like, how everything works, if that makes sense. So let's do control space. We're in the AI here, and let's follow.
Blueprint class. And we're gonna go and create a character. Because we wanted to have the ability to move, and it will already have a capsule component, etc.
Okay.
So let's name it, you know, just BP enemy AI. Something simple. And let's go ahead and open it. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to do is just go into the mesh and, you know, apply like a character. In my case, I'm just going to put the queen.
Go into the mesh.
There we go, and I'm just gonna put it into -80 and rotate it.
Put in queen.
Minus 90 degrees. There we go. So it's good placed. Place it at -85. There we go.
What is simple?
It's compile and save. Of course, you can place any character that you want. I'm just gonna, you know, place this one just to show you. It's gonna be simple.
Alright.
So there we go. It's compile, and I'm just gonna put it into -80 and rotate it.
-80.
Minus 90 degrees. There we go. So it's good placed. Place it at -80.
-90. Ain't no way. Wait, is this blue arrow supposed to be telling me where it's pointing? No. 0. -90. I guess that's where they're supposed to face, because that's forward. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. How do we make sure that they're on the ground? You know what I mean? Is there a way to? Looks like they're inside the ground, but I don't know. All right, looks good to me.
What's up, guys? Welcome. We're gonna, and it will already have a capsule BP. No. Place it at -85. There we go. It's compile and -85. There we go.
-85.
It's compile and save. Of course, you can place any character that you want. I'm just gonna, you know, place this one just to show you. It's gonna be simple. So we need to add a system that will allow our character to know if the player's in front of him. So the best way, and actually you can later expand this system a lot, is just to add a pound sensing component.
A pound system.
You can see that we have a lot of different values like the
Pound
hearing
sensing.
threshold, sight radius, the angle, if it can hear noises, see pawns, only sense the players, etc. So right now, of course, we're only going to use the vision. So if only if it see a player,
Okay.
but I can make in the future another tutorial on showing you how to make it that it can also hear you, etc. So
Okay.
let's get the angle, just drop it a bit to around 70, so
Okay.
it's a bit less, and around that is good.
I
So
like
let's
50.
go down into the events and just
I do
add
50.
one on C pound. So this will trigger when the player just
On
appears
C
in front of
pawn.
him or any other pawn, but in
Okay.
case we only have the player, so let's do it.
Right.
The first thing that we are going to do is create a variable saying is seeing player.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Variable
boolean, and let's just
is
drag it on here
seeing
and set it.
player question mark.
We're going to activate it. There
Okay.
we go. Great. So right now we are going to create a custom event. It's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
a set. That's a
called
set, yo.
follow
That's a shift.
player. Okay, so in here we will place all the mechanics.
Dude, I hate how small the text is. Is seeing player, and then custom event follow player. Custom. Follow player. Okay. Is seeing player true?
of following the player, and on here we will just say call me the follow player function.
Wait, what is it?
Great.
Cast? No, follow.
Call me the mechanics of following the player, and on here we will just say call me
Follow player.
the follow player function.
Follow player
Great.
function.
So now in the
call
follow
function.
player event, the first thing that we're
Okay.
going to do is go in here,
Okay.
ask
Ask.
in a branch
Branch? No, just
if
branch.
we are seeing the player,
Okay.
and if true, we're going to make an AI move to this one. So this blueprint right here will allow us
What
to
is this?
basically
move to?
move this enemy blueprint into the destination that we want. In this case, it will
Okay.
be our player.
Right. Okay, so this move to is going to be super helpful because we're going to have the AI moving to command posts that are not captured. That is any command post that is not your team. Okay. So basically, if we have AI branch, it's like an AI movement branch. Basically, okay, AI behavior tree. Wait, what? Behavior tree. Things we're trying to check for. Bro, is there a text option? Checking for player sorry, I'm gonna use unit as the is unit capturing, I'm just gonna use normal English, is unit capturing my team I'll use friendly to describe it, friendly CP. Hey, what's up, Jay Mullen? How's your day going so far? How you doing, Jay Mullen? Judah? Is unit capturing friendly CP? If yes, then attack unit. Is there an enemy CP on map? Go, if yes, then move to basically then capture enemy or neutral CP. Prioritize neutral. Wait, no, not prioritize neutral CP. Just neutral is enemy. Then capture enemy CP. CP. Okay. We're just gonna start like kind of thinking about what kind of things do we want in the behavior tree. Less gravity, bro. How you doing, Less Gravity? How's it going? Cringy Gamer says, will this be another 10-hour stream? This will, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I can bust out another 10-hour stream 2 days in a row. But yes, Less Gravity. This is the beginning of my journey, you know. Steven first inspired me to be a lo-fi producer, and now he's inspiring. Dude, we got to pull up some Less Gravity. Oh, Twin leaves town. Dude, hey yo, Less Gravity in the chat made this song, bro. This is so good. Hey yo, bruv, then when did you wake up? I woke up at like 2 p.m. So, yeah. Oh, no chat and stream. Thank you for telling me. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Plug that in right there. All right, perfect. Thank you for reminding me. Awesome. And let's go ahead and continue here. So, yeah, I think we just gotta go ahead and continue watching the video. Now,
there are two ways of actually making AI and
of course, yeah.
The engine. You can make like.
So, by the way, the game we're making, basically, is it possible to just make a new? Oh, I can't. Okay, wait. I can just make like an infinite grid though, right? Oh gosh, this stretches it. Okay, I'm new. Okay, how do you edit? How do you just make like, bruh? I just want to make like a new area. All right, zoom in. So the game we're making, if you can imagine this. Oh gosh. Okay, we're learning. What the hell? What the fuck? What? Okay. Bro. Can't I have like multiple tabs open at once? I have no idea how to do this. Okay. Anyways, the game we're making is basically like, it's going to be Battlefront 2 2005, but with animals instead of normal players. What we have so far is pretty cool, I do admit. So if we play the game right now, we have... Oh, crap. I have to... 1 second. Oh, crap. Okay. Actually, we got to go to Blueprints. We got to go to the command post. No. We got to go to HUD, third person HUD, and we just got to make this visible. Visibility. Wait, what? It is visible? Okay, this visible. Boom. Okay, this should work. Awesome. Yeah, I have the Battlefront thing. So we have a game where the game can tell when we're standing near a command post, and we can capture command posts. And basically what we're doing on this episode is, so you can see it turns blue here. What we're doing on this episode is we're going to be creating enemy AI to basically fight us and try to capture the command posts. That's what we're trying to do. So as you can see in the top left, it says blue team is winning. The reason why blue team is winning right now is because I have 2 command posts and the enemy team only has 1 red command post. But this game is terribly boring because there's no enemies fighting against us. So what we're going to be making in this episode is we're going to make enemies that actually fight back, right? And they'll be on the red team, we'll be on the blue team, and then we'll fight against each other. So that's our goal for this episode. I don't know if it's going to take 10 hours like last time, but yeah. Oh, this is the game idea you talked about earlier? Yes, it's actually happening, exactly. Add penguins and axolotls, 100% J Mullen. Penguins and axolotls will be coming. It's just so far in the future, unfortunately. And I will be dedicating $100,000 to this game over the next 2 years, I'll say. Well, why don't we just dump it all in the first year? I feel like we could do it all in the first year. I'll put it in a YouTube chat. How much money do we spend on making this in the first year? Question mark. I'll say, should we do $10,000? Should we do $100,000? Or should we do not spend another dime, bro? Wait. Instead, I'll name this, please no, think of Elijah's future. Okay. Start poll. By the way, Less Gravity, if you're still in the chat, did you know that I'm having a son? I'm having like a son in like the next couple weeks. A son is just gonna come out of my wife's womb. So go ahead and vote on that YouTube chat, and then yeah, that's a huge commitment, but that's what I actually expected from you. Yeah. Do you play? Yes. Less Gravity. The game will be multiplayer. Okay, so I think I can like use this. This is fine. Yeah, so it's gonna be multiplayer. So it's gonna be called DragX. Battlefront 2, 2005, but with animals. Cross-play compatible. I don't know how to spell, bro. It's gonna be cross-play compatible. So like literally any device you'll be able to play on it. Animals of every species. Species eventually. There will be create custom teams by choosing 4 classes. So you can have for example you can have bear class, so a giant bear class, ant class, axolotl, I don't know how to spell axolotl class, and and owl class. So you'll be able to have a bear class, axolotl class, and an owl class, like an ant class. So the ants will be these tiny little creatures on the level, and they're doing all their individual stuff, right? And depending on the class, you can only have so many units, and it takes up different amounts of reinforcement. So the victory conditions, so you basically win. Oh gosh. You basically win by 2 ways. You win by either capturing all CPs or drain reinforcements. I'll just call it troops. Or troops to 0. So spawning as a bear, let's say everyone has like 300. So if everyone has like, so bear costs, let's say, 100 reinforcements. And what we're playing a game mode, 300 reinforcements. Okay. Ants cost 0 reinforcements. Cost 0. Salamander costs 1. Axolotl, lizard costs 1. And you basically can create your own team where you're trying to like create a strategy where you're gonna attack the other team, if that makes sense. So yeah. So Jay Mullen says no to Noshi, don't spend $100,000. Do not spend $100,000. Wait, where'd this poll end up? I want to see this poll. The poll ended up... Wait, I ended the poll, but I don't see the results. I don't know. Okay, I saw some people were voting something. I don't know. Does it show up right there? Oh, yeah, it says 40%, 40%. So, 1 person voted think of Elijah's future. 2 people voted for $10,000. And then and then 2 people voted for $100,000. I think we're gonna lean towards the $100,000. Your messages are going through. I'm pretty sure. So are you going to make individually animations for all the animals and make them all anthropomorphic? Most of them are going to be anthropomorphic. And I'll be hiring out like the animation stuff. Oh yeah, you just spam that message. No, it's spelled axolotl. Okay, got it. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Is that how you spell axolotl? I guess so. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and continue this tutorial with all of that in mind. All right, let's go.
Like I'm making it in the blueprint way.
Yeah, axolotls are awesome.
Trees. Now, behavior trees is more advanced.
And we're thinking of a release date of maybe 2027. Yeah. We might be able to get beta maybe next year. But yeah, making a game for furries, bro, no. Not for furries. Not for furries. It's a game where you kill furries.
Which is something that I can show you in further tutorials. But for now, I want to show you the basics of, an AI enemy. So let's go to the simplest that is used in the blueprint. Okay, so in the pawn, this is basically the object that will move. So in this case, it's gonna be self.
Self.
Because it's basically the enemy will move.
Okay. Yeah.
And
you'll attract the wrong audience, bro. No, I won't.
I won't have to place a destination. It will actually automatically pick. So the target actor will be the pawn.
If you know what I mean. Cringy gamers, I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
You saw here, but we can just say get player character.
Get
so it will
player
always follow
character.
Player. Of course, if you want also to follow another actor, you can just plug it into the pawn here that it detected. But anyway, so let's do one more thing here. Basically, first of all, let's drag our enemy AI on here facing that way, so I can show you how it will pick us if we go in front of him. But in order to make the AI move inside the Unreal Engine, we need to go ahead and add a nav mesh bounce volume. Basically, inside this box, it's gonna create an area that will calculate all the possible routes that the AI can move. So let's go ahead and just make it as pretty much as big as the scene. And then we hit P, we can visualize all the areas that the AI can move through. Let's make it a bit bigger.
Oh, I have
and
that.
That's pretty much
I forgot where it is.
a good start. So P again, we will hide the preview. And if we press play, you can see that the AI isn't moving. But if we get in front, it automatically starts following us until, well, never. It will always be following us because we haven't, said that it will know. Of course, it doesn't have animations. We will make them in a second. Actually, let's make them before we actually do the combat system.
Wait, bro.
So, I'm just gonna go into content, animations.
Wait.
And then here I'm gonna create a new folder called AI. And then what we are going to do is just create a animation blends place 1D.
Wait, I think I already have this though.
First skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player or character, you basically assign that skeleton. And this is gonna be the.
Why don't I just give it? Why don't I just give it APB Manny?
This will allow us to change between two animations.
What if I do this?
The idle,
compile,
walk, and run in a correspondent way.
Wait, okay,
in the
it's not
horizontal
walking.
axis.
So
in here, we will name this speed, and the maximum speed will be 600.
Okay, so I understand why now.
The maximum speed in the character component that the character, the AI, can walk. So we're gonna set that in the horizontal axis. Now let's find our idle animation.
What?
Of course, if you have any other animations for your character, you know, place them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna place the idle all right into
Side
the left.
radius.
We're gonna search the walk.
I think I need to make it a little
And
larger. Yeah.
Let's just get this one and put this in the middle. And I don't know if I have a run one. Yeah, I have a run.
Animation.
Okay.
What was
Let's
my
get this
animation
one,
that I was using?
put it in the end. So if I now
Animations. Okay, I think it's
press
this
control,
one.
so hold control and then move the mouse around this, you can see as the speed increases,
No, it's still
the
not
animation
working.
will blend into the walk and then into the run, you know,
It's still not
depending
working.
on the speed that the character has. Great, very easy to understand.
Skeletal mesh.
Now let's go and we need
Is it
to
because
create
the skeletal
an
mesh is
animation blueprint, which will make is basically it's like a blueprint for the AI but of animations. Let's select the skeleton, AP, enemy.
Bro, wait, this is actually confusing. Yeah, any new songs in the work? Yeah, I'm actually working on a new album with Close on Sunday now. But yeah, songs will be releasing weekly for the next little bit. We just released Binary Sunset, and let's see. Actually, I am curious. Bro, imagine I just like dox myself right here. Wait. Let me go ahead and log in right here. I'm curious what songs I have. I queue up a lot of songs at once to release. Dude, I'm so glad like there's all this like auto like hiding passwords and stuff, because I'd F myself so hard if I didn't. Dude, look at me, dude. My freaking streams are dropping, bro. No, but upcoming we have Careless Whispers, 80s Lo-Fi, and then Iki Town coming up. So May 9th and May 23rd are the two songs coming up. And then working on any new songs, I don't know. But yeah, dude, it's so sad. Looking over at the last 12 months, I have a 14% decrease in streams. Oh, Gusty Garden Galaxy, bro. What's crazy is I played. I got a Wii for my wife's birthday. I bought a Wii, and we got Mario Galaxy running on there. And I heard the Gusty Garden Galaxy in like the first level there. So it is good. I do admit it's a good track. So I'm gonna probably make a lo-fi of that in the future.
AI.
All right, what we gotta do though is
Here
we gotta get these animations working.
So the enemy will move the scene.
Fire, hell yeah! By the way, you should make a song with you, Close on Sunday, Less Gravity, and Cats Ethan. There's just J-Mon, like when you have too many artists working on one track, it just kind of falls apart where not everyone's allowed to like work, you know? It'd be better to do like an album, I think. But when you have one song and so many different people are working on it, too many cooks spoil the broth. You know, that's a great way to describe it, cringy gamers. I think that's an old proverb, right? Yeah. Exactly. Too many cooks, exactly.
That the AI and that P again will hide the us because we have them in a second. So
okay.
I'm just gonna go into content, animations,
and
then here I'm gonna create a new folder called AI, and then what we are going to do is just create a animation.
Wait, where's my
blend
animation?
space 1D. I'm gonna select the first skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player or character, you basically assign that skeleton, and this is gonna be the walk blend space 1D. So this will allow us to change between two animations, the idle, walk, and run.
The idle, walk, and run?
Space 1D. And any other, I'm gonna select the first skeleton, which is of this. What I'm going to do is just create a animation.
Okay, create an animation of a blend space. Allows multiple. Okay.
blend space 1D.
Blend space 1D.
First skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player
I think
or
he's
character,
just talking about
you
blend space, right?
basically assign that skeleton. And this is gonna be the walk blend space 1D. So this will allow us to change
Wait, what?
skeleton, and you have any. You're gonna select the first skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player or character, you basically assign that skeleton.
Mannequin skeleton, right?
D. You're gonna select the first skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player or character, you basically assign that skeleton.
Okay.
And this is gonna be the walk blend space 1D. So this will allow us to change between two animations, the idle, walk, and run, in a correspondent way in the horizontal axis.
Okay.
So in here, we will name this speed, and the maximum speed will be 6
What?
seconds. This will allow us to change between two animations, the idle, walk, and run, in a correspondent way.
Wait, I'm so lost. What am I missing?
Walk, change between two. So
Wait, what? I feel like I'm definitely missing something. Okay, delete this. Bro, the crazy part is I know for a fact we already have this stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and go to player and open up player and see what we have for the animation class here. So ABP Manny is definitely what we got going on here. That's under animation, under mannequins, under characters, under content. Okay. Animation blueprint. I mean, this is what we need for the other one to have, right? ABP Manny. ABP Manny. It's one of these two. Skeletal mesh Manny. I mean, I guess we could just have like, you can see it's sort of working, you know? But I think the problem is that what's changing our animations is the running and stuff. Like, the inputs of our character is what's changing the animations. Because right now it's just an idle. Okay. Yeah. So what we've got to do is maybe create a new... So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. We're going to copy. Wait, how do you duplicate? Just maybe Control V. Control C. I'm going to go ahead and Control V. And we're going to rename this. We're going to rename this enemy. We're just going to call this enemy. Okay. And then we're going to go to enemy here. Perfect. And now we can edit this this thing. Okay. Now, how do you get to the apply to asset? The preview mesh has changed. Okay, apply to the asset. Boom. Okay, let's follow the control. Follow it more.
Basically assign that skeleton, and this is gonna be the
okay.
walk blend space 1D. So
Walk, blend,
This
space,
will
1D.
allow us to change between two animations, the idle, walk, and run.
The idle. Why does he call it the idu?
Space 1D. So this will allow us to change between two animations, the idle, walk, and run, in a correspondent way in the horizontal axis. So in here, we will name this speed.
Was he renaming speed? Under the asset details? Under the asset details? Where's the asset details? Is it right here? Editor for overriding the animation. Asset details. Is it right here? Okay, so... No, I don't know how to get to the asset details. Maybe I can find it in window. Asset details. No. Bro. I'm so lost. Skeleton tree. How did he get here?
Change between two animations. This will allow us.
Oh, this is a blend space 1D. Which is not what we're looking for. Blend space. What? Blend space 1D. Okay, animation legacy. Okay. Then we can do Manny. Wait, but didn't he
and then
when
we'll
he created
blend
this,
space 1D. And a
both of those had
animation, and we'll which is a place 1D.
Okay.
And select the first skeleton, which is of this character. If you have any other player or character, you basically assign that skeleton. And this is gonna be the walk
ABP.
blend space 1D. So this will allow us to change between two animations, the idle,
So if we open
walk,
this up,
and run,
bro,
in
wait,
a
how is, bro, I'm so confused. Why is it like linked? It's somehow like linked. It's somehow linked. Bro, I'm so lost. Okay. Blend space. Blend space 1D. Let's just choose this one. Blend space ABP enemy AI. Okay, at least we have something here now.
correspondent,
Okay.
the idle, walk, and run,
Idle,
in
walk,
a
and run.
correspondent way in the horizontal axis.
Okay.
So in here, we will name this speed, and the maximum speed.
Okay, so now we have the asset details here. Okay, so the name for the horizontal axis is speed. Okay.
Will be 600, which is the maximum speed in the axis. So in here, we will name this speed,
Okay.
and the maximum speed will be 600, which
be
is
600.
the maximum speed in the character component that the character, the AI, can walk. So we're gonna set that in the horizontal axis. Now let's find our idle animation. Of course,
Idle
if you have any
animation.
other animations for your character, place them. So we're gonna place the idle all right into the left. We're gonna search the walk, and let's just get this one.
Okay.
Search the walk, and
We're gonna have walk. Okay. Walk. Rifle hip. We need walk, rifle, hip. Walk forward. No. 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 Just walk. We don't want walk, crouch. Forward, rifle. No. Maybe we want jog. Walk forward. That sounds right. Walk, run. What we want is walk hip. Why is there no walk hip? Is there a jog? I think it might be jog. Yeah. Okay.
Let's just
So I have a jog.
put it in the end. So if I now press Control, so hold Control
Wait.
and put this in the middle, and I don't know if I have a run one. Yeah, I have a run. Okay, let's get this one and put
Sprint.
it in the end. So if I now press Control, so hold Control and then move the mouse around this, you can see as the speed increases, the animation will blend into the walk and then into the run. You know,
that run
depending
animation
on
is
the
sick.
speed that the character has. Great, very easy to understand. Now let's go, and we need to create an animation blueprint, which will make is basically it's like a blueprint for the AI but of animations. Let's select the skeleton, AP.
Wait, oh gosh,
Let's
this is
go,
hard.
and we need to create an animation blueprint, which
blueprint.
will make is basically it's like a blueprint for the AI but of animations. Let's select the skeleton, AP, and enemy AI, or however you want to call it.
Enemy AI.
Open it. And on here, instead of making a lot of locomotions, we can do one thing, and it's our blend space, the walk blend space that we just created.
Walk.
You know, just search it in the asset browser if you don't see it.
Blend.
Basically, drag this one and then connect this one in here.
Okay, so drag this out here.
Variable, we will control it from the event graph in here. So just go ahead, right click, promote to variable, enter,
speed,
and basically we'll create a speed arrow.
Wait, what?
And then connect this one in here.
Okay.
And then the speed variable, we will control it from the event graph in here. So
from the event graph,
go ahead, right click, promote to variable.
What the promote to variable?
From the event graph in here. So just
go ahead,
right click, promote to variable, enter, and basically we'll create a speed arrow.
Okay. What's up,
I just compiled and it automatically. Just go ahead, right click, promote to variable, enter, and basically we'll create a speed arrow. I just compiled and it automatically plays the idle one because the speed right now is 0.
Right.
So in the event graph right now, in the blueprint update animation, what we're going to do is from the try get pawn owner, so we'll get the owner of this animation and say cast to BP enemy AI. That is the AI. You know, the blueprint that we created. And what we're going to get from that one is the get character movement. Okay, we don't need that. The character movement component, so we can get the
movement component
velocity, and we'll convert this velocity into.
Wait, what? Where was that?
That one is the get character movement.
Wait, from where? From a function. What the hell? Bruh. Get character movement. Okay. Get character movement from components and navigation? Bro. It should be right above pawns. Get character movement. Oh, it's one of these. Yeah, it's this one. So get owner character movement. Okay.
Movement. Okay, we don't need that. The character movement component. So
Wait, what?
get character movement. Okay, we don't need that. The character movement
It really
component.
hits his
so
keyboard.
we can get the
Get
velocity,
velocity.
and we'll convert this velocity
Bro, where's he get the
into
velocity
a
from?
vector length, so we can have it as an float.
Right at the bottom
And
there?
then we'll go ahead, get our
Wait, oh, bro, he's moving so fast. Get vector length. No, set vector length?
into a vector length, so we can
Vector
have
length.
it as an float. And then we'll
Okay.
go ahead, get our speed, and we will say that the vector length of the
Oh,
velocity
set
will be
speed?
the same
He
as
said
the
get.
speed.
He said get.
Great.
We're gonna set.
So right now, if I go into the blueprint,
Wait,
Go to the
wait, bro, you're moving too fast for
the
me.
speed.
Okay.
Great. So right now, if I go into the blueprint, go into the mesh,
Go into the mesh.
animation blueprint, the anim class, I say the enemy AI, compile on save, and then I press play. You will see how now the animations
Hey,
will
yo, it's
be
not
playing
working, though.
automatically and blending
No,
perfectly.
bro, what did I miss?
Great. So now let's make that actually they can attack us. I'll explain the animations. So
Bro.
in order to do,
I'm so confused.
and then I press play, you will see into the
Bro,
blueprint
something
will
went
be
wrong.
the same as the speed. Great. So right now, if I go into the blueprint, go into the mesh, and an animation blueprint, the anim class, I say the enemy AI, compile on save, and then I press play, you will see
Okay.
how now
Maybe it's this one.
the animations will be playing automatically
Oh,
and
sick.
blending
Okay.
perfectly.
Hell yeah.
Great.
It's not
So,
blending perfectly,
now let's
though.
make that actually they can attack us.
I mean, it's sort of
I'll
blending a
explain the
little bit.
animations. So in order to do this, well, first of all, in the acceptance radius is basically the radius that the enemy will when it reaches you, it will stop. So it was getting very close to me, so I'm just gonna pop this into around 70. All right, you can customize, of course, all of these values, but this will work right for me. Let's get this out of the way. Now on the unsuccess, okay,
I'm gonna do
we're gonna
300.
create a new variable saying can attack. That of course is gonna be boolean 2, and we're gonna just go ahead here
Can
and
attack.
say branch, and
Is it a
then the
question?
unsuccess
It's a question.
basically if we can attack, okay,
Can attack.
we'll say okay, now we'll set can attack to false because we don't want to attack again because we are currently attacking, and
Okay, wait,
we'll
wait,
go
wait,
ahead
wait.
and say
Hey, yo, you're going
play
too fast for
a
me.
name
Hey, yo.
montage. It
Hey, yo, chill.
basically we'll just play an animation without needing to set it up on here.
Wait,
Now,
wait. You gotta chill.
we'll say okay, now we'll set can
Set
attack to
camera.
false because we don't want to attack again because we are currently attacking.
Oh, set
And
can
we'll go
attack.
ahead and say play a name montage. It basically will just play an animation without needing to set it up on here. Now I think
Montage.
that we have to do for the animation montages is just make a
Wait,
new slot.
what the?
So
Whoa. Slow down.
we'll say okay, now we'll set can attack to false because we
Okay.
don't want to attack again because we are currently attacking.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and say play a name montage. It
Okay.
basically will just play an animation without needing to set it up on here. Now I think that we have to do for the animation montages is just make a new slot. So just drag this on here and say,
Wait, where are we?
into set it up on here. Now I think that we have to do for the animation montages is just make a new slot. So just drag this on here and say default, and basically the default slot is the default.
Wait, what?
That we have to do for the animation montages is just make a new slot. So just drag this on here and say default, and basically the default slot is the default slot that the when you create an animation montage they play.
Okay.
In my case I already have one, which is the one of punching. You can check, like I said, my combat system video that I will link in the description too, or a card right in the screen.
Okay.
But anyway, so if I right now go ahead and test this, if I get too close to him and then reaches, okay, nothing happens. Okay, can attack. We need to set can attack. So when it follows the player, I'm gonna set can attack to true, and then
when it follows a player,
when we are playing animation montage, I'm gonna delay this, and the
wait.
set can attack to true, and then when we are playing animation montage, I'm gonna delay this, and the duration is gonna be the duration of the animation, and then gonna
wait.
okay, can attack. We need to set can attack. So when it follows the player, I'm gonna set can attack to true.
Okay.
And then when we are playing animation montage, I'm gonna delay this, and the duration is gonna be the duration of the animation, and then gonna set can attack to true again. So we will set can attack to false when we are attacking, so it won't like spam.
Wait.
We will set can attack to false when we are attacking, so it won't like spam all the times attacking. But when I finish the animation of the attacking, so the attack will finish, it will attack again. So now press play. If I go here, it will chase me, it will stop, and then it will attack once again.
How does it know what attacking
like, not
is?
spamming, like breaking the animation. It will.
How does it know what attacking is though?
Great. So of course it's working right now.
But it doesn't know what it. How? Bro.
We can also.
How is it supposed to know what attacking is though?
So make one more thing, is that if it's not seeing the player, we're gonna say set is seeing player to false, and on the on tick we'll make
one second,
is that if it's not seeing the player, we're gonna say set is seeing player to false, and on the on tick we'll make a thing that is a branch asking if we're not seeing the player.
We'll
make a thing that is a branch asking if we're not seeing the player. So basically false. We'll get our character movement and say stop movement immediately. So
wait, what?
Not seeing the player. So basically false. We'll get our character movement and say stop movement immediately. So false here. So it will basically stop following us if it loses track of us, which is a bit hard to do because it.
But what if it is true?
False here. So it will basically stop following us if it loses track of us, which is a bit hard to do because it's always following me. But I can trick him to go to the back side of him and he will lose me. But even if I go back to him, he will continue to attack me.
Okay.
Great, that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to go ahead and see my other videos of Unreal Engine, you can go ahead and check them out. And
Bro,
also,
if that's the full tutorial, what do we learn from this?
The AI actually affect my health, which will also include a health tutorial video, please leave it in the comments, like, subscribe,
Bro.
and I'll see you next. I recommend seeing the combat video,
Bro,
so
lost.
you know you will learn how to make animation montages and also well, make the player attack, of course. And yeah, that's basically it.
1,000.
So
Let's just make it 1,000.
I will see ya. Bye bye. Like, subscribe, and comment. Bye bye.
I mean, okay, I guess we made some progress. Like, honestly, I don't feel like we made much progress from that tutorial. I gotta be honest. I have to make like the... I feel like I've got to make the like the site a lot longer. This guy. Hearing set. No, site radius. Okay. Is site radius the distance? Alright, well, I think that's enough. Yeah. So he'll kind of like track us down. Yeah. I feel like it's a good distance. Okay, the thing is though, should play Cube Shot? What's Cube Shot? Cube Shot. A browser FPS? Dang. It's a better game than what I have. How do you sprint? Apparently you can't sprint. Dude, this is a pretty good game for a browser game. Holy crap. Bro, this is like really well made. Bro, I wish I could make something like this. Dude, this is awesome. Are there like enemies in this game, J Mullen? Everything, all the controls honestly feel good. I just wish I could sprint though. Oh. Wait, are these real people? These aren't like real players, are they? No way it's multiplayer. You're telling me these are real people? Was that you? Bro, there's no way this is multiplayer. Like, am I playing against real people right now? There's no way. No, you're called Yodel? What's my username? Bro, that'd be insane if this is multiplayer. Oh, gosh. Dude, I'm almost dead. How do you heal up? How do you heal up, J Mullen? Oh, it just automatically heals. So there's just like one player out there I gotta kill. They suck. No way, bro. Wait, so you're gonna like show up in the world? Wait, this is like an actual FPS just in a browser? Bro, I have the high ground. That's Bailey. Bailey sucks dick. Let's get some music going here. Okay, so we got to think about what we want to do. Okay, no. Okay, so there's probably not everybody here. Well, they know I'm up here, though. Look, Bailey is clearly scared. Look, that's a real person. That's definitely a real person. Bro, I don't have infinite ammo, though. Oh, there's Yodel. Oh my gosh. You're in here with me. Dude, I literally see you, J Mullen. That's crazy. Wait, this is an actual, like... Whoa. Bro, how are you invincible? Bro, you're invincible. Bro, you're invincible. J Mullen, how the fuck... Where are you? Where are you, Yodel? There's no way. Bro, you're invincible. What the fuck? Bro, you're cheating. You're cheating, bro. What the hell? Bro, we're on the same team? We're on the same team? Okay. Bro, that's crazy. This is an actual FPS. Dude, this is a really well-designed game. Hey, Bailey. I feel bad for this Bailey guy. That's kind of sick that we're on the same team. That's crazy, dude. Who made this game? It's literally so fun. All right, how do I sprint, though? There's no way to sprint? Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Where'd you find this thing? Tenoshi. Oh, there's different classes? There's different classes? Soldier, hitman. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'll respawn. Is there a way to respawn? That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that's awesome. All right, let's actually focus though. That's super cool. Thank you for showing me that, Jay Mullen. That's insane that you were able to find me so quickly. So there's just one server, I bet. I don't know, but okay, we've made like no progress. We've made no progress. We got to think about what we're trying to accomplish right now. Hey, Paul, how you doing, bro? How to build a UE5 game with assets. Oh man, no.
Let's say if I have a landscape or want to create a landscape, then I would select the landscape mode, and this gives me all my landscaping tools. Now in this beginner tutorial, we're not going to go over what these different modes are. If you want to, you can check out the other one if you are curious. We are only going to go over blueprint programming, not the environment aspects of Unreal, which are also really powerful. Before we go, there is one last thing I want to mention, and that is how to duplicate an object. So let's say we have an object. And when I mention programming, probably the first thing that comes to mind is someone sitting at a desk and typing out hundreds of lines of code. And while we can program games that way in Unreal Engine with the language C++, Unreal also gives us the option to use their visual scripting language called
You gotta go.
So
you gotta get ready. Peace out, Jay Mullen. Have a wonderful day.
Boxes
I hope you have a successful day, bro. Peace out. Thanks for stopping by, man. And thanks for showing me that
it's just another way to visualize your program.
That was super fun.
And in my opinion, it is a lot easier and faster than C++. So a common question is, should I learn C++ or should I learn blueprints? For most of your projects, I would stick with blueprints, especially if you are a beginner. Blueprints can do almost everything C++ can. But even if you are going to use C++, you're going to encounter blueprints. Since blueprints are everywhere in Unreal Engine,
not Tenoshi,
one way or
your
another,
head will go
boom. You're going to
boom.
have to learn blueprints. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now.
What are you talking about? My head will go
straight
boom.
into blueprints. Let's open up a blueprint, and probably the most important blueprint right now for our game.
What do you mean my head will go boom?
Third-person character. So the default third-person character that comes with the template. I'm going to press escape to exit game mode, and then all of our blueprints are
Too much
located
information
within third-person blueprints and BP underscore third-person character. So if I double-click on this, this is all the logic that makes up my third-person character. And right now our window is hovering on top of our Unreal Editor. I can hold down left mouse button on the tab and then dock it up here.
You're getting Cuphead.
That's how
Nice,
I can
Paul.
quickly switch in between my main map or any of the
Dude, that's gonna be
windows I
awesome,
have
dude. That's an
open.
indie game right
Before
there.
we dive into blueprints, let's cover the user interface. So right now we have the event graph in the middle here. And the event graph is where we're going to be doing the majority of our blueprint logic. And then to the left of that, we have the construction script. We will not be going over the construction script within this video because this is mostly used by artists.
Okay.
And then to the left of that, we have the viewport. The viewport contains all the different objects.
We're gonna learn some stuff from this tutorial. Do I have Cuphead? No, I don't, but I'd be down to play it.
Objects that are inside of blueprints are called components. So this camera right here is a component.
Objects inside of blueprints are components.
Also a component. And you notice that when I select on both of them, their names are being selected within the components tab right here. So this window is essentially just like our outliner for our world, but it's for our blueprint. So it contains all the components that make up this blueprint. Below that window, we have the blueprint tab. The My Blueprint tab has all the nodes and variables that are contained in my blueprint.
All the nodes and variables.
For example, in order to get to the event graph, I could come up here and select the event graph window, or under graphs, I can select event graph to jump to that location.
Yeah.
We are going to cover more of the My Blueprint window.
Oh, does Cuphead have multiplayer,
nodes.
Paul?
And of course, to the right here, we have the details panel, which allows us to edit any of the details of objects we have selected.
Right,
so
details
if
of
I
objects
have my
selected.
static mesh
Wow,
right there
okay, I'd be
selected,
down to play
then I
Cuphead
can
with
edit
you.
some
Hell
of the
yeah.
details. Maybe
Try
I can
Devil
even
May
change out
Cry
the mesh.
5. I've never heard of
right
that
now,
one.
It's the female mesh by default. I can also go here and then select skm_Manny to get the male mesh. And the controls of the blueprint viewport are the same as the level. So I can hold down right mouse button to go ahead and navigate, or I can press the F key to jump to my selected components, and I can use the scroll wheel to zoom out and zoom in. And hold down Alt and left mouse button to rotate.
Okay.
So Alt and left mouse button to rotate around an object, and then use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out.
All right.
And here's another tip. I can hold down the L key and the left mouse button
to
then rotate my sun to see what my blueprint will look like in different lighting angles.
Wow. Okay.
And finally up here, we have our toolbar and the most important button up here. And to do so, I can come up to File and select New Project up here to get the new project window, or just like beforehand, I can exit out of everything, migrate some assets. So the assets you want to migrate are located within the downloadable content if you haven't already gotten that. So go ahead and double click on it, and we have the beginner game assets. So go ahead and drag that onto your desktop to unzip it.
Beginner
now this
game
is going
assets.
to contain a brand new project. So double click to open up this second project, and this will be the new project. It's a completely blank project, except it contains some assets we want.
Sci-fi weapons.
It has the sci-fi weapons. If I double click on it, you can see what this is, and it's a weapon that we're gonna give the
bro. I have a feeling this isn't for us right here.
Team has game is slowly forming, but there is one, and at this point, I want to be able to tell the player.
Bro, I don't think this tutorial is for us. Where's the tutorial? Who the fuck is it, kid? Bro, I think we got to find. We gotta find something, bro. All right. We gotta find something. We gotta say UE5 over the shoulder shooter game. UE5 AI is really what we want to learn. That's what we gotta learn. Making game ready AI. We watched this one. This honestly did not show us a ton of stuff. Does Unreal Sensei have something like that? Create smarter AI with these.
Into something really fun, which is going to be setting up a roaming AI in Unreal Engine 5. This is going to be perfect AI for beginners, so if you're brand new to...
Okay, let's try it out.
Welcome back to Code Row. Today we're diving into something really fun, which is going to be setting up a roaming AI in Unreal Engine 5. This is going to be perfect for beginners, so if you're brand new to AI or Unreal Engine 5, feel free to follow along. This tutorial is perfect, and I made this just for you. This project will be available for all my Patreon members, so feel free to check it out after the video. So I've started up my project using the third-person template. So the first thing we need is to make sure our AI knows where it can move in the world. And in order to do this, we need to set up a navigation mesh, or nav mesh for short. So I'll click on this icon with this plus sign in front of it,
Okay.
which helps me quickly add actors to our project. So I'm going to search for a nav mesh bounds volume and just drag it into my map like so. And now you'll see that this cube, when I hit P, it's going to tell me where my AI actors can roam around.
Yep, we know about that.
And I can expand these in all sorts of directions by just clicking and dragging these. You can also go to your details and just set the scale of it to something like 15 by 15 by 15, and you'll see this perfect cube.
Yeah.
But I think I'll just actually scale this a little longer just to make sure everything is covered like so. And then I'll hit Control Save, and I can hit P on my keyboard to exit out of that. And what I'm going to do next is actually just create a simple AI controller. And in Unreal Engine, if you do start getting into projects, I really recommend organization. So I'm just going to right click and create a new folder and just call this AI. And then I'll just click into this folder, and I'm going to right click and select a blueprint class. And for the blueprint class, I'm going to look for something called an AI controller. So when I begin typing in AI controller, I'll see AI controller pop up, and I'll hit select. And I'll just call this something like BP_AI creature controller.
BP
and I'll double click to open this up. And now you can see that in this controller, we have some actions component, a path following component, and so on. And I'll be adjusting the event graph, which you can hit on the tab up here, and adding some modifications so that we can basically use this controller to control our AI. This AI controller is basically the brains of our AI character. So let's go ahead and create a character that we can give this brain to. So I'll head back to my third person map and go over to third person. And then I'll select blueprint, and you'll see this BP third person character. I'm just going to right click on this and duplicate this, and I'll call this something like BP_AI, and then I will double click to open this up. And with this AI open, I'm going to select BP AI at the very top, and in my details on the right side, I'm going to look for something called an AI controller class. And it's defaulted.
Wait, what?
And duplicate this, and I'll call this something like BP_AI, and then I will double click to open this up. And with this AI open, I'm going to select BP AI at the very top, and in my details on the right side, I'm going to look for something called an AI controller class. And it's defaulted to a plain AI controller, but I'm actually going to change this to the BP AI creature controller that we created before. Now if I were to go to my third person map and simply drag this in over here,
drag what in?
And now if I were to go to my third person map and simply drag this in over here, he's not going to do anything just yet because we actually haven't told his brain what to do. So let's go ahead and pretty much edit that AI controller for his brain. So what I want to do is basically, I'm just going to have him run around in random places on the map. So on begin play, I'm going to call a custom function, which is going to be called start roaming. But let's go ahead and create that custom function first. So I'm going to right click and look for a custom event. And this custom event will be called start roaming. And basically when it starts roaming, what we want to do is we just want to get a random location.
What's it called? Start roaming?
The origin is actually going to be from the actor of the controlled pawn. So I'm going to right click over here and
back up.
Custom function, which is going to be called start roaming. But let's go ahead and create that custom function first.
Roaming.
So I'm going to right click and look for a custom event. And this custom event will be called start roaming. And basically, when it starts roaming, what we want to do is we just want to get a random location. And the origin is actually going to be from the actor of the controlled pawn. So I'm going to right click over here and actually get the controlled pawn. And this controlled pawn will be the actual AI itself. But you're going to see the return value is a pawn object reference and not the actual origin. So I want to kind of get the location so that we can determine where on the X, Y, and Z axis it is. So from the return, I'm going to actually just look for get location. And down here, you're going to see two options, get nav agent location or get actor location. I'll select get actor location, and you'll see the return value is a vector, which is going to be what we need to connect to our origin. And for the radius, I can either hard code this and set this to a value, or I can just create a variable of a type float, and I'll just call this roam radius. And I'll select the value to be a float so that it can...
Wait, what?
And I'll just call this roam this to a value, or I can just create a variable of a type float, and I'll just call this roam radius. And I'll select the value to be a float so that it can connect here just fine. And when I hit compile and have this selected, I can set a roam radius, and I'll do something like 1000. I'll be pretty generous where how far I can travel, and I'll just connect this by dragging and dropping over here. Or you can drag this over to the open and get roam radius. That it can connect here just fine. And when I hit compile and have this selected, I can set a roam radius, and I'll do something like 1000. I'll be pretty generous where how far I can travel.
Well, no,
and I'll
I'm
just
gonna
connect
do
this by dragging and dropping over here, or you can drag this over to the open and get roam radius and connect it like so. And that's all I need for
I'm just
this
gonna set
section.
it.
And now we just
No,
want
get
to
it.
actually tell the actor to move to that location. So I'll drag this out from get random location, and I'm going to look for a move to location or
Move
actor.
to
And the random location will be our goal
location.
location. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need to tell our AI to just move
The
to that
random
location.
location
And now on
is-
move finish, I'm actually going to call this function to start roaming again. Because
Wait,
I'm going to just have
I
it.
clearly got the wrong one. Move location to actor. So move location of actor. Move location of. Move location or actor. All right, Paul says, Tanoshi, could you get it for us both? Because me to get it, I have to wait for a refund to go through? Hell no, Paul. Hell no.
Roam around
Not
and
this
run
time.
around every time it finishes.
All
And
right.
now basically we want to initiate action, and I'm going to look for a move to location or actor. And the random location will be our goal location. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need to tell our AI to just move to that location.
Okay.
And now on move finish, I'm actually going to call this function to start roaming again, because I'm going to just have it
Start
roam around and run
roaming.
around every time it finishes.
Okay.
And now basically we want to initiate this whenever we start our game. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to drag out the event begin play and look for the start roaming function, or the start roaming
Start
event as well.
roaming.
So I'll hit compile and save. And now basically what this is telling us to do is when we
Okay.
begin play, we're going to call this custom event called start roaming. And it's
Okay.
going to do all of this. And when we're done,
Okay.
when we finish moving to that location that we set on the go
Yeah.
location, it's going to start roaming again and start from here. So it's going to get
Okay.
a random location, which is going to be a radius of 1000.
Okay.
And if we go back to our third person map and hit P, you're going to see that this is pretty much going to be where it can
Right.
roam in a 1000 radius.
Right.
And when I drag my AI over here like so, and then I hit play, you're going to see that the AI
Bro,
starts
look out-
running
look at him
around. I
bugging
think I
around.
accidentally dragged two in. But they'll both be running in different locations around the map in a 1000 radius. And after it gets to that location, it's going to proceed to just go to a new location as long as it can
What?
reach it. And the AI controller, which is its brain, will already know that these walls are in the way.
My guy. Wait. So it has that creature controller is its AI controller. But it also has stuff trying to look for things. Okay. So this is tough. Cuz it's pawn sensing. Okay, if we just turn off the pawn sensing and compile that, then what does it do? It's bugging out. We got the flash. We got Barry Allen phasing through, bro. That's crazy. Bro, why is he tripping out so hard? Why is he tripping out? What do we do wrong here? It's probably because of this stuff. But how do we combine the controller with the pawn sensing? What if we just tune this down to 100 or 1000?
Way so it can actually go to that location, and it will just stay within the boundaries pretty much. And yeah, you can see him come upstairs properly. It just like it's going to proceed to going to be where it can roam in a 1000 radius. And when I drag my AI over here like so, and then I hit play, you're going to see that the AI starts running around. I think I accidentally
Yeah.
dragged two in. But they'll both be running in different locations around the map in a 1000 radius. And after it gets to that location, it's going to proceed to just go to a new location as long as it can reach it. And the AI controller, which is its brain, will already know that these.
Okay. Yeah, well, we know it can follow us. But why is it not randomly... I mean, obviously I have different code like freaking attacking each other basically. Because it's fighting over its brain and then also the logic I have written for it. Like it's fighting the pawn sensing and the other thing. Oh gosh. Boys. How do we move on? Where do we go from here? What can we do? Okay. What do we need to do? We need some kind of behavior tree. Okay. Okay. We need... What we need is the AI behavior tree to first... We just have to plan this out, right? First things first, the AI behavior tree. Well, okay, before we even do the behavior tree. So, AI character spawns in. They spawn in, right? They're going to begin navigating. They're going to check world for closest CP that their team, closest enemy CP, a CP that is not owned by their team. If they do not, okay, they will start navigating to that enemy CP. Well, we have to create like a tree. That's the thing. We have to create a tree. All right. How do I move text in Word? Is that possible? What the hell? The hell? Bro. How do I just like zoom in? The hell? Bro, Word is weird. I do not, or whatever this is called, Paint. Damn, that looks bad. Alright. So, yes and no. Okay, so yes and no. So, if it's yes, then navigate to enemy CP, to closest enemy CP to capture. If it's not true, then we want to randomly roam. Okay, that's how. Bruh. Wait, can I edit text after... I think after text is written, you can't edit it. Okay. So then... And then we've got to ask a question. Random... Oh, gosh. Bro, there's got to be an easier, like, way for us to write out stuff where we could actually... Is this all Paint has to offer? Okay. Behavior. Behavior tree. It all has to start with one thing, doesn't it? I just wrote this out. Why don't we just tell Grok? Bro, this is why we gotta have Grok open. Grok should always be open. Alright. Create new chat. Okay. Hey Grok. Let's work on DragX. The video game that will be Battlefront 2 2005, but with animals. Right now, we've got to create some way for some way for teams, blue and red, to have units spawn. There's a few rules we have. Teams can only have 5 units on the battlefield at once. A player spawned on a team counts as a unit. That's actually the only real rule for that. But let's talk about AI unit behavior. AI units will automatically spawn in, and the gosh, there's a lot of thought that goes into this. There's a lot of thought that goes into this. So AI units will randomly spawn in with their weapons, and they will immediately begin doing tasks. So here's the tasks. A unit, an AI unit, will be executing. From the moment they spawn in, they will begin checking the map for CPs that are not on their team. This can be referred to as enemy CPs. They will begin navigating to any CPs that are not occupied, that are not their teams. Okay. They'll begin navigating. If they see any enemy units while they are navigating to enemy CPs, they will aggro on them and begin attacking them. If they see any enemy CPs... Bro, this song is so good, bro. I can't believe this never took off. Dude, how little streams? It only has 25,000 streams. That's crazy. Aggro on them and begin attacking them. If they're until they are dead or out of the aggro radius. Oh gosh. The moment they spawn in, they'll begin checking the map. Okay. Okay. Oops. Oops. Oh my gosh. Bro. Okay. They will try. Dude, Floor, what's up, Floor? Yes, live again we are. Yes. Yes, ma'am. They will try capturing the enemy CP. Once it is fully captured, they will check for more, check the map again for any enemy CPs. I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna name my Sonic amiibo after your kid. After you're gonna call it Elijah. That's so funny. That's awesome, Floor. Thank you. I bet Elijah would be honored if he could conceive it, if he could understand, you know. But I don't think his part of that brain is developed yet. Yeah, it's my pig heart. Yeah. Aw, that's so sweet. They will try capturing the enemy CP. Once it's fully captured, they will begin. They will check the map again for any enemy CPs. If there are no enemy CPs, then the AI unit will basically start randomly roaming the map for enemies. If an enemy is spotted, they will go to the enemy, and they will aggro on the enemy. He'll be crawling out of the womb, and he'll happy feet wombo combo you and your wife in one go. Wombo combo. Okay, so if an enemy is spotted, they will aggro on the enemy. The AI enemy will also be checking for any CPs any friendly CPs that are currently being captured by an enemy. And if there is one and there are no current enemy CPs, then the unit will prioritize going straight to the then the unit will stop randomly roaming and instead move to the friendly CP being captured. Does all of this behavior make sense to you? Any need for clarification on this? Okay. The spawning system and AI behavior are clear and align well with the inspiration adapted for the animal themed game. So you can only have 5. A player spawned on a team counts as 1 unit. Yep. AI units make up the remaining slots. Implication: the system needs to track the number of active units per team and only spawn AI units when the total is below 5. If a unit dies or a player leaves, a new AI unit can spawn to fill the gap. So spawn location. Where do people spawn? Are there... Okay. Let's go ahead and do this here. Be right back. Sick. Clarification needed. So for spawn location, units can't... we're just going to say they randomly spawn. Units randomly spawn at friendly CPs. CPs controlled by unit team. Spawn timing. How quickly do units spawn when a slot becomes available? There will be a delay of 3 seconds. After the unit dies, the unit's body will disappear after the 3 seconds. Player versus AI priority. If a player tries to join a team that's on the 5 unit, let's have one of the AI units be destroyed to make room when a player spawns in. Let's have it where basically a player can override the 5 unit limit, but when the player spawns in and there is 5 units there, it can temporarily be 6 units, but when one of those 5 AI units on that team die, there isn't another AI unit spawning until one more AI unit dies and the team count, unit count, is under 5. Does that make sense? Perfect. And then so AI units spawn with their weapons and immediately begin executing tasks. So locate and navigate to enemy CPs. AI scans the map for command posts not controlled by the team. They navigate to the nearest enemy CP. While navigating, if an enemy unit is detected within the AI's aggro radius, the AI engages the enemy, attacking until the enemy is dead or leaves the aggro radius. After resolving the engagement, it resumes navigating to the enemy CP. Yeah. Upon reaching the enemy CP, it attempts to capture it. Yep. Once the CP is captured, the AI rescans the map for another. Yep. If there's no enemy CPs, the AI enters into a roaming mode, patrols the map searching for enemy units. If an enemy is spotted, the AI aggroes and attacks the enemy. until it's dead. Defends friendly CPs under attack. So while roaming, and only if there are no enemy CPs, the AI checks for friendly CPs that are being captured by enemies. If a friendly CP is under attack, the AI prioritizes moving to that CP to defend it. Wait, the AI prioritizes moving to that equals, so that is that CP to defend it, engaging. I don't know if that equal sign is supposed to be there. Clarifications needed. Okay, so aggro radius. How large is the aggro radius? Let's start with 1,000 units as a number for this. We are only working with one unit type currently. You know what? Let's try 1,000. Yeah. So even though hawks and bears will have different aggro radiuses in the future, we don't have to give a single fuck about that right now. Okay. CP capture mechanics. Let's say frick instead of fuck, actually. We don't have to give a single frick about that right now. CP capture mechanics. So the way I have it set up is that there are CPs around the map. And what are the CPs called? It's called, I am using a BP command post blueprint to spawn these into the world. And units can have a team classification on them, like a variable. So player is blue, and if I go onto a red command post, I begin draining it to 0. Once it's draining it from 1 to 0, at 0 it is not red anymore. Now it is gray. It now begins ticking up to 1, and when that is accomplished, the CP turns into a blue CP, a friendly CP to me. If I put a team variable onto a unit, the unit gets all these, what do you call them? All these effects added to them. So it is pretty streamlined for that. Enemy detection. Right now, let's use pawn sensing to only see enemies. No hearing or stuff like that. It is basically just distance based for now, and wandering aimlessly. Roaming behavior. Okay. Roaming behavior will be wandering aimlessly. Animal specific behaviors. Don't worry about this for now. We are only using the default manis in UE5 to get these concepts up and running for a prototype. Team coordination. There will be no team coordination for this right now. The AI units will just be following their branch. Will just be following their behavior tree until all CPs are their team's color, aka friendly CPs, and that will mean that no enemies can spawn, and at that point that unit's team basically won the game. Make sense? Okay. All right, awesome. I just have to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, chair, do you like cheese? What the fuck? Oh, return to a chair. Chair, do you like cheese? He's a quiet chair. He's a quiet chair. All right. So our next steps are going to be flesh out CP blueprints, logic with capture radius, drain capture speed, visual feedback. I would love if we could do some visual feedback. Wow. Okay. So updated spawning system, spawn location. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, what's up? Good afternoon, Kaiser Ethan. Masala lagake, bro. Tenoshi, do you want to play a horror game eventually? Maybe when October rolls around. But I really have no desire to play a horror game. It's called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Implementation. Is this how this can be set up? Okay. Okay. So let's focus on one of these tasks at a time. Let's focus on one of these tasks at a time. Let's focus on one of these tasks at a time. Yeah. Why do you say masala lagake? What does that mean? Kaiser Ethan, it means like, hey, yo, what's up, bro? It means like that in Hindi. It's like, it's not a real word. Okay, let's just ask Google. What does masala lagake mean? Masala lagake mean Hindi. Bro, why is nothing allow? Masala lagake. Oh, lagake. Okay. Bro, what is it? It's a recipe? Masala lagake? Air fryer? What the? It's not a Hindi word? Bro, what does masala lagake mean, bro? What is this? Bro, everyone's looking at food. What does masala lagake mean, bro? Hindi to English. It just means spice? What the fuck? Bro, have I been lied to? Masala lagake.
Seasoning.
It literally just means seasoning? Bro, I did not know I was just saying seasoning. Seasoning, bro. Seasoning, bro. Masala lagake.
With seasoning.
Hey, with seasoning, my guy. With seasoning. Hey, I like that, actually. Hajimemashite, Philip desu. Shigatsu wa kimi no uso. Ame furu meiji katamaru.
Yes, it is cool.
Doi itashimemashite.
Doi is cool in Tashi.
No. Doi itashimemashite. Arigatou gozaimasu.
You're welcome, thank you.
Yeah. Shigatsu wa kimi no uso. Ame furu meiji katamaru. Philip desu. Genki
You're
desu
live in
ka?
April, rainy day.
Genki desu ka?
How are you?
Konnichiwa.
Hello.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. Let's go ahead and focus. We got to focus. You complete baka. Bro. All right. Hey, we got to get back to the task at hand. Kareth K. Perithium. What's up? What's up? Priyatham? Karthik? What's up, Karthik? Dude, Karthik is a cool name. That's the only thing you know how to say? Baka? Yeah. Okay, let's focus at the task at hand here. See, okay, visual feedback would be awesome, but we already have like a visual feedback of sorts, which is text. That's all we need. We're not trying to do any graphic design. Yeah, Karthik is a very cool name, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. So true. Okay, build behavior tree. Start with implementing the behavior tree, focusing on the sequence first. Let's do a detailed step-by-step process for creating this behavior tree. Creating this behavior tree. My question is, I have a BP third person character with all the animations set up and stuff, but the animations are tied to my inputs of running into my inputs. No, I don't care about that. Yeah. Stuff. Can we have the AI units referencing this blueprint? I would like to keep everything referencing the BP third person character blueprint, so that I can add animations and stuff later. Yeah, for creating this behavior tree. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Grok. Don't let me down. Yeah. Karthik is an Indian name? Wow, did you know, Floor says, did you know someone once made cats skydive with parachutes to deal with a rat infestation problem? Bro, that's so cool. Goated move, hell yeah. Dude, pulls out a cheese board. What the you got a cheese board, Floor? What the hell? That sounds like something my brother would think of. Wow. Dude, cats skydiving with parachutes to deal with a rat problem. The cats started to die, the rats flourished, and the people were threatened by outbreaks by 2 new serious diseases called. To cope with these problems, which it had created, the World Health Organization had a parachute life. This was in 1960. What the fuck? What the hell? The United Kingdom's Royal Air Force. The cats were flown out of Singapore and delivered in crates dropped by parachutes. Newspaper reports published soon after the operation reference only 23 cats being used. Some unreliable later accounts event it claimed 14,000 were. No way. That's crazy, bro. That's actually insane. Was Operation Cat Drop successful? It was reported as a success. Wow. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. That's a freaking Jackbox, like Quibbage. No, what's it called? Jackbox. That's like a Fibbage thing right there. All right, let's go ahead and do this thing. Bro, this is a long ass thing. Okay, let's dive into the behavior tree. The enemy CP sequence capture to the AI. Okay. So the step-by-step. First, we prepare it for AI use. Since it's likely set up for player control, we need to make it compatible with the AI controller while preserving its animations. So we're gonna go ahead and let's just forget about all this stuff. Open up the third-person character. I'm gonna rename this to units. Unit. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? What just happened? Can I delete this? What? Bro, what have I done? Bro, I hate... Okay. I gotta focus on this. Okay. Is the game working? Bruh. I mean, this chick is following us. Bro. Alright. Let's open this up. Let's do this thing. Bro, what's this song? This song is good. Bro. We just found like an artist who doesn't... Bro, we gotta like DM this person. Bro, they don't have their Instagram set up. Bro, I would have invited them to the Discord. This is some good music. 2025. That's crazy. Bro, we gotta find this artist. Kaiser Ethan, we gotta find this artist and get them into the Discord. Bro, they don't have a single song over 1,000 streams. That's crazy. But that's AI music though. I literally thought that. That's literally the first thing I thought when I said 2025. I was like, oh shit. It's probably just AI. Dude, I don't know, bro. That art doesn't look AI. Does that art look AI to you? That art does not look AI to me. That art looks beautiful. I don't think it is. Mary Abigail. Yeah, what's the oldest song? Yeah, I mean they did start in 20. Yeah, looks very AI. This looks AI. It's well done AI. Well done AI if it is AI. Very well done. Oh man. Okay. Most AI looking image possible. What do you mean, Kaiser Ethan? Bro. What do you mean? Okay. Prepare third person AI. Okay. So since this in the content browser, blah, blah, blah. Add AI compatibility. So first, in the components, we need to add pond sensing. Bro, if I mess this up, bro, I don't want to mess up the, you know, I'm just going to create a backup. So, backup. So I'm just going to create a backup right there. Okay. And then we're going to go all in on this. Okay. Viewport. We're going to go ahead and add a pond sensing. Pond sensing. Boom. Set the site radius to 1000. I'm going to have the site radius at 5,000. Set peripheral vision to 180. Or just adjust it. Yeah, I'm just going to adjust it to be like that. Honestly, it's fine to have it at 90. Kind of like 90. Enable only sense players to false. So AI can detect other AI units. Okay. Only sense players. False. Okay. This component will detect enemies within 1,000 units. Triggering events for the behavior tree. Okay, let's try it at 1,000. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah. Me and Tenoshi might play Cuphead. True. Floor says Floor says goddess of Cuphead. Dang. Do you know the case of the vampire bat attack? They are most likely to attack your toes. What? I did not know that. I did not know that. Wait, so how many people can play Cuphead at once? How many people can play Cuphead at once? That's crazy. Is it like 4-player? Oh, sadly only 2 people at a time? Damn. Damn. But if you want any shot of winning, you can call me. Oh, thanks, Floor. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know when we'll play Cuphead, but someday. I mean, it's a legendary game. It's legendary. I'm gonna start a poll in the chat, and the poll is which game first to play first. It'll be Undertale, or it'll be Cuphead. You guys vote. You guys vote which game will be first. Okay, this component will detect enemies within okay. Team variables in the detail panel. Add a new variable named team. Type. You know something I noticed? Yeah, actually go ahead and wait, what the hell? We can go ahead and like make this just a little bit longer, you know what I mean? If we want. Yeah. Oh, this is a good song. It's a really good song. Live from Pallet Town is such a good album. Is this album live from Pallet Town? Damn, when was this released? 2025? Damn, let's listen to it. So is it all like jazz and stuff? Wait, so Cuphead won. Wow. Yeah, this is a smooth tune. Quite creative. Lots of bongos, it sounds like. Okay, so we're gonna create a new variable called team. Now we have teams. So type string enum, set default value to blue or red, or empty. Controller check. In the blueprint event graph, ensure the character can handle both player controller and AI controller inputs. Cast to AI controller node on begin to play to check if the controller is AI. If so, in the blueprint, ensure the okay, so we gotta okay. Event begin play. Get controller. Wait, what? In the blueprints event graph, ensure that the character can handle both inputs. Add a cast to AI controller node. Cast to AI controller. What? Okay, we are stuck on the controller check step of 2. Explain to me the event begin play node chain logic you want me to set up in order to give the unit, the AI unit, the power to move. Okay. That's why I don't like these super long chats that Grok does. Is like, you get stuck at some point. So prepare the AI for use. Okay. So here's how to set it up. So right click, begin play. The event fires whether controlled by a player or AI. From event begin play, drag off the execution pin and search for get controller. Bruh. Get controller. Get player controller. Get controller returns the controller currently possessing So is this a variable we have to create? Okay. Calm down. Let's not... Okay. Is... The new video LJ put out? I know. I haven't seen an LJ video in a long time, Kaiser Ethan. Okay, is the... Oh gosh. Is the controller... Is the get controller we are searching for going to be a variable we've created? If not, you should know it doesn't show up dragging off the white execution pin. It's a built-in function. Blueprint setup. So here's how to find it. So open it up in content browser. Okay, right click, find it. So drag off the white pin. Get controller. And then look for a node under the game or pawn category. I mean, that looks like what it wants. Okay. So I can get it, and here's a screenshot, but it can't connect. Because the input is blue. Okay. Yeah. Coffee is made from elephant poo. I feel like a lot of the stuff we eat is from like animal poo. Like different animal poo makes a lot of the stuff we eat. Okay. You need to provide the target for the get controller to reference itself. Okay. So it needs to have a target. So since we're in BP, the target is itself. Drag from the target. Self. Get reference to self. Okay. So add an execution to trigger get. So since it doesn't have it, we need to trigger it with an execution flow. The simplest way is wait, what? Add an execution node to trigger get controller. The simplest way is to use the white execution node and lead into the next step, casting the controller. For now, leave get controller as a data node. Get controller as a data node. Get controller data. There's no get controller as a data node. What the fuck? Bro, Grok is so dumb, bro. It's trying to gaslight me again. Since get controller doesn't have a white execution mode, it's a pure function that returns a value. We need to trigger it within an execution flow. The simplest way is to use the white pin. But it doesn't. For now, leave get controller. Bruh. What? So event, it's object input. Damn, this is sick. Okay, so cast it to the BP DragX AI controller. AI controller. Cast to. What are we calling our thing again? AI controller. What the fuck? AI controller. What the fuck? AI. Bro, do I just type in controller? Or is it type of blueprint? AI controller. AI controller. Okay. BP AI controller. Okay. So we're going to do a cast to BP AI controller. Okay. Perfect. Did you know strawberries are not berries? They are classified as aggregate fruits, specifically an aggregate accessory fruit. Wow. Dang. Okay, so from drag the blue target pin on get AI controller and search for self. Oh, target pin. Okay. So add an execution trigger to get. So drag off the blue pin from get controller. Okay. And search cast to AI. to BP AI controller. Okay. Connect the white execution of begin play. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is what we're going to be doing. Like this. Okay. Connect the white execution pin from begin play to that. Connect the blue return value to the object. Okay. Set up the logic. So if it's a cast successful, get character movement. Oops. Wait, what? Add the node, connect the white pin to get character movement. Get character. What the hell? What? It says drag off character move. This is so confusing. From the cast successful execution pin, add the following. So that's right here. Right click and just get character movement. Okay, so I have a blue character movement. Okay. Connect the white pin from the cast successful to get character. Bruh, that's not possible. Drag off the character movement pin. Search for set movement mode. Set movement. I mean, I could do this. I could do that. So is that what it's trying to tell me to do? I feel like that's what it's trying to tell me to do. Less Gravity says this whole software looks so confusing to me. I admire your work ethic a lot, man. Keep it going. Dude, thank you. Less Gravity. I need inspiration like that to keep going. Because my whole brain gets jumbled. And I'm trying to use like Grok, you know, Elon Musk's AI to learn. But yeah, it's like learning a new language. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to play Cuphead with both you guys at some point. Yeah. Oh, Sarah Wild. What's up, Sarah Wild? Good morning. Right now we're doing we're trying to have AI be able to control the BP third person character right now. And I feel like we're making progress. We're making progress very slowly. Looks like the time I first opened up my DAW. Yeah. No, any new program, when you first take a look at it, I mean, like if I looked at Fruity Loops, if I looked at FL Studios, I would be confused, you know. Each program, I mean, think about the art of just designing a program, you know. Designing different programs, look at all the different crap going on, you know. There's so much, and everything has references. I mean, you have to be a pro, I bet, to create this stuff. But yeah, this has to be one of the most user-friendly game engines out there, though. For professional use, at least. All right. Let's go ahead and continue here. Connect the event. Okay, connect the blue return value pin from get controller to the blue object pin. What? Where am I right now? Okay, from cast successful pin. We have that going. Okay. So now we're like over here. Set movement. Drag off character movement. Pin. What, this one? And it's saying set movement node. Wait, no. That's this. Okay. Perfect. Set new movement node to walking. Okay. Drag off character movement and search for max walk speed. Max walk speed. It's saying set max walk speed, and we'll make that 600. Okay. Huh. Okay. Run behavior tree. Drag off the AI controller. Wait, where's our AI controller? Drag off the pin. Which pin though? Oh, as. Okay. And then run behavior tree. Okay, add the node. Connect the white execution pin after set movement. Okay. And then run this. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and set the movement node. No, set movement mode. Run behavior tree. Set it to BT. I don't know if I have that yet. We need to create that. Create placeholder if needed as described below. Okay, so we're going to be doing a Blackboard team. Okay. Blackboard. What? Wait, okay. Maybe it's not a blueprint. Blackboard? Wait, where's this Blackboard? Okay, it's right here. Wait, BT. Oh, set the behavior tree. Okay, so we just need to create a behavior tree. BT unit AI is what I want to call it. Okay, unit AI. Set Blackboard team optional. So drag off the as and search for get Blackboard. Then add the node. Drag off the pin and search for set value as string. Okay. Add the node. Set key name. Set key name to teams. Wait, what? Set key name to team. Create a with a team. Okay, so we have to go to our unit AI. We have to create a string node. What? String key? Oh, right. I think I know how to do this. We have to go to our Blackboard. Where's our Blackboard? Wait, where'd our Blackboard go? I thought we had a Blackboard here. Wait, what? Let's just create another blackboard, I guess. And this will be called Blackboard Unit AI. Wait, should I be saying AI unit? Wait, can I? I'm just gonna rename this. Oops. Okay, AI unit. Okay, AI unit. Damn, dude, this is popping off, bro. Who's this unplugged guy? This guy's a beast. Dude, this artwork. Who did that artwork? It's freaking amazing. Dude, Floor, you guys should have a rap battle in the chat. That's what you should do. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to open up the Blackboard. I'm going to create a key. This could be a string key. And the string key is going to be team. Okay. Drag team variable from the variables panel. Team. Bruh. Do you have to compile? Team. Bruh. Wait, set key name to team. Drag the team variable from the variables panel. Wait, you mean like this one right here? Or this one? Bro, what? Wait. Bro. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Wait. I mean, this is optional. Bro, I have no idea. Does it want an object reference? Drag off the blackboard pin. What's the blackboard pin, bro? Boys, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Print string to print. Put a poll to see if you're asleep or not. Honestly, I think that's it. I think I'm just too tired. I think I need to work with this. I think I need to work with like actual juice in my system. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I gotta do. So boys, I'm gonna go to bed. And we'll pick it back up on this in the future. I think that's wise. Thank you for giving me that idea, cringy gamers. I will see you guys in the future. Yeah, exactly. When I wake up instead of after 5 energy drinks. That's exactly right. Alright, see you guys in the future.